Ah! Right. Hello, Scorpio, and I'm just going to explain this. Oh, this is a bit of an annoying thing. I'm going to have to actually refer everyone back to this one because this is the first one. So, oh my God, oh my God, there is a rainbow that's so magical. A rainbow has just appeared right at, I mean, I just finished the collective live stream that I was doing for way longer than I meant to, but it's always meant to be. And I've just looked out and there's a huge rainbow. So there is a card in that water healing waters deck that's got about a rainbow. I actually pulled it on the collective one. But there's a rainbow out the window. Rainbows mean hope to me. I was gonna get a picture of it, but I don't think it's I may just get one from here. But it's yeah, so that's going to be important to this, and then it'll be even weirder if the rainbow card comes out. That's a bit faint. Anyway, um, so yeah, but also these cards nearly fell over. So I do feel you could be in the middle of a tower moment when you watch this, or you might have just had one, or you could be about to have one. So the tower isn't always bad, remember. It's just a huge change, a huge shake-up. And sometimes the tower needs to hit to move you from staying in a place of, well, as I just titled it, what I used to do is I used to just leave it blank and title it after. So the title might change, but currently I've titled it Believe in Yourself, Ditching Limiting Beliefs That Keep You Playing Small. So that's what was coming through, is what might come up in this. More than likely, because the guide may put that in the title. Um, but so I feel there's a lot about like after, after the, like the Katy Perry song, after a hurricane comes a rainbow kind of vibes. I'm just going to put the thing in the, wait a minute. But also, like I said, everybody has an eighth house. So the eighth house is when it applies to twin flame specifically. Oh, when it applies to twin flame specifically, um, that is the house of sacred union. So the spiritual marriage, the happens in the seventh house of partnership and union, and the sacred union, sexual union happens in the eighth house. So all that kind of stuff could come through. It might not, because it's also about it. More than likely will though. If I was thinking ahead, I've got one of the sexual tarot cards are over here. Let's see what it is. Oh, I should have said that. I was like, I bet you it's a bloody devil card, and it is. It's so, I mean, it's just a bit much, guys. I'll quickly show you. He's got his finger. I don't know why I went Irish, but he's holding his finger in his hand, so something's went terribly wrong there. But yes, the devil. So the devil in any tarot is about sex, but that is the sexual tarot. But I don't know where the rest of the cards are, so that's all you're getting there. And again, I don't know why I started going Irish. I've no idea. Something about Ireland. I started going. I keep going on about Ireland because um and I'm a bit closer to making that happen as well. So, but yeah, so let's see. What have we got? Because this deck nearly fell over. So, like I said, this can make sense for anyone. Anything to do with the eighth house. Hidden stuff, secrets in the closet, good, bad, the ugly, debt, other people's money, karmic debt as well, karmic endings. There's a lot about endings because of the 29 degrees Pisces. And in a few hours, the moon in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, and Venus in Pisces will all be in that last 29 degrees. So that is very romantic, very mystical, magical, but it is also confusion, illusion. So make sure you're slowing down. Beyond cycles, dragons could be important to you, a guide or something. Find and embrace yourself, new direction, releasing old patterns. OMG. So when they've guided me to put ditching limiting beliefs that keep you playing small, I'd say this card jumping out after new direction, releasing old patterns is pretty similar. So that's what's happening currently. Or wait a minute, that could be a potential. I might need to drink a wee bit of tea because I didn't stop to. Oh, fuck's sake, what's going on here? It's These cards are lovely, but they're not great for thumbnails. Right, so anyway, I now want to get back to the order I was actually going to do these in. So, same as always, and I just want to keep stressing, don't just watch this if you're a Scorpio with a Scorpio moon, rise, and Venus. You've got, everybody has all of the energies in their charts. It doesn't matter if you've not got a planet there. It drives me nuts, fucking nuts when I see people say, oh, I haven't got any energy in the fourth house, or I haven't got any energy in Scorpio. Yes, you have, even if you've not got a planet. But so this can make sense to anyone, okay? And I didn't actually, did I put that in there? When I'm going that quick, I'm like, I just wait a minute, I want to check you can actually hear me. Yeah, there I am, on one. Right, so um right. What is the block for the divine feminine collective that I'm going to pick up on? Divine feminine can be male or female. See, the rainbow's gone. That's how quickly you've got to jump on the opportunities. 1 minute it's there, 1 minute it's not. That can sometimes even be you want to grab your phone to get a picture, it's gone. Just enjoy the moment. People are too absorbed. And now there's a plane going across. And look, I was just talking, obviously, not everyone needs to get a plane to Ireland. Some people do, but it's and I'm burping, that's when I'm clearing energy. I saw playing out the window. So I hope that's for me, because like I keep saying that, and I was just talking to somebody in my life there, and I was like, I just keep feeling like I want to go to Ireland. And my friend was like, let's go. I was like, fuck it, let's go. Fuck it, let's go. You're still live, yeah, out in the park, so just jump and say hi. Hello, Charlotte, how are you doing? Did you enjoy your birthday? Happy belated birthday. Um, yes, I'm going to be doing all the signs. So that was the collective. So this is the first one of the signs. I'm behind. So as it happens, currently, I'm way behind. I wanted to stop by 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this and I'm going to enjoy doing this, and then I'm going to have a wee break for about a couple hours. I would say till about 7 or 8, and then I'm going to come back and I might just fucking do them all. To be honest, I'll either do them all or I'll do like half and then I'll do another half tomorrow. I'll go with the flow. So, but I think once that Aries moon kicks in, I'm better sticking to it. So, for the divine feminines, what is a potential block? Bear in mind, this can't be for everyone. So if it's yours kind of thing. What have we got? I'm just going to put that timer on because there we go. What have we got for the divine feminine, male and females, divine masculines, feminine side? These are hard hitting. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, I'm glad you had a good time. I don't know if I just replied to that bit. Well, hopefully join you later then. Yes, absolutely. The same cards just come out. That always blows my mind. Look at how many cards. That is the exact same card that came out for the feminine in the collective. Wow, wow, wow. Too busy. You use being busy as an excuse not to date. You must make time for a partner. So if you're already with a partner, they might be feeling a bit neglect because you're busy with other things, you're busy with work, you might be busy with other areas of life, whatever your goals. Or if you're in separation, be careful you're not like being so busy with your work that you're not creating the opportunities for a divine masculine to approach you. Do you know what I mean? Um, but it's the same balance as you can't put your life on hold either, especially, and I have to sort of say for like ones that do similar to me, like that is that is my distraction, that is my calling. Unfortunately or fortunately, whichever way you see it, sometimes I love it, sometimes it gets a bit annoying that I am here to help the twin flames. Like I always say, it's literally written in my chart. Um, I've said this before sometimes. It was said to me, this was actually, it doesn't matter when it was said to me, but it was said to me it was actually, I was getting actually something else with, I was getting support with something else, but this person happened to have tarot cards. And so because I'd actually just read for her, she was like, oh, I'll get them. And so it doesn't matter, this was years ago, because it was relevant to whenever it happens. And it was like, just be careful you're not overworking because I can see somebody's wanting to approach you from the past, but you're working a lot. So anyone's guess that could be it. That's just yeah. So I mean, you know what I mean? You've just got to. I'm just passing that on for other people. That make sure you do create space where you're not always working. Like for instance, I've actually been hanging out in my jammies all the week, right? So there was loads of opportunity, and nobody fucking knocked my door or rang my bell or anything or text. So I'm back to my work. Do you know what I'm saying? But then more opportunities. Okay, it's we flow. We give and we flow. You know what I mean? And it happens when it happens. But yes, just don't be too busy. Don't be keeping too busy, basically. Right. So, and that also goes for the masculine's feminine side. So, for the divine masculines, this is a potential block for you, and also divine feminine's masculine side. If that is the same card about being playing too hard to get, that's going to be hilarious. Incomplete. You want someone who completes you, but you need to be whole on your own. Right. So, that's not the same card, but that did come out in the pick a pile. So if you haven't watched the pick a pile, you might need to watch that. But basically, for the divine masculines, the block that if that was resonating with you and this is resonating with you, if it feels like your feminine could be busy with stuff or could and that could even mean at any time you might use that even subconsciously as an excuse, because you're afraid of love or it's not really afraid of love. It's your comfort zone. Do you know what I mean? Like, so however it fits, but this could be the masculines that you've either been healing or still are healing codependency. So it's like you're healing yourself because you don't want to fall into like feeling like you need this other person to meet all your needs. Like to basically it feels like, if you need a lot of attention to feel good about yourself, it's like the divine masculines that have recognized, no, do you know what, actually, I want to just spend time like loving whether somebody says it like this, male or female, but I want to spend time like actually pouring love into me and setting boundaries up where I need to set boundaries. And but also I would say just combining it, it's like make sure you're not then pouring your energy into your work because then you're avoiding loving yourself, you know what I mean? But there's something there about it's an awareness that what's blocking you is that you feel incomplete. But what it's also what could be said there is because it's like a two bits of bread making a heart. I'm tapping into, I feel this is some masculines are feeling incomplete because they're starting to feel like because we're in the strong Pisces, I'm hearing a masculine saying like, I understand what that means now. Like they are the other half of my soul. Someone's like recognizing their feminine as a divine mirror. Like someone is like, how could I not see this before? Like we're really different, but we're actually really similar. And we've got a lot of the same fears. Getting hurt. Yeah, so no, sorry to laugh, but it's like your fear is that someone's going to hurt you, both of you. All love comes with a risk of losing it. Don't be afraid to floss, take a chance. And it's like this masculine's like, I'm only going to hurt myself even more and self-sabotage if I don't go for it. And I'm going to keep picking the wrong people that do hurt me. Like if I keep hiding my feelings, I'm going to keep hurting myself even more. Flowers too. You need to express how you feel to the one you love to see how they feel in return. Oh my God, I've never seen that card before as well. It's beautiful. But basically, and remember, this is the house of the hidden, so that's why I'm saying you don't need to be a Scorpio. You don't need to be involved with a Scorpio. This could be anywhere. And also, even if you are a Scorpio, this might not resonate. It really just depends. Um, but yeah, somebody is your block is that you need to express how you feel to the person that you now know that you're in love with. If that's not how you feel, this isn't your message. But because you need to see if they feel the same. So. You need to do it for you. I've shared loads of messages before about how liberating it is when you actually just say, fuck it. This person might not admit they feel the same back, but I'm going to do it for me. And then I'm never going to live with any regrets. Might not have went the way I wanted when I wanted it, but I'm not going to live regrets. And even if it's like it might not go the way I want it ever, at least I've done it. Don't need to live in fear. Right, so, and that's where that masculine's getting to. So, good for you, masculine, female, and males. So, what would help the divine feminine collective that resonate with this story? Two cards came out to have faith and excitement. Oh my God! Is that all the same combination from the all the same cards are coming out? I'm sure it is. Have faith that all things are possible, divine feminine. So don't give up hope. some people could be in the lack energy, the victim, the shadow side of Pisces is victim mode. You could be like, oh, it's never gonna happen. It's taking ages. Like I feel like shit. You just could be like, no, you could be losing faith and never give up hope, never give up faith. Excitement, look forward to exciting times. Yeah. So what would help and heal you at this time, Divine Feminine, is to stay in a high vibration, get excited, have faith in what is possible. Remember, the card that came out for the collective is believe in the impossible. The blue moon, once in a blue moon, things can actually work out. My t-shirt says something amazing is about to happen, and I keep saying it like that. And then when I picked those cards up, this was left behind. Release any fears to the angels. Oh my God, I love that too. Release any fears to the angels. I feel that might be going in the Divine Masculine's message. Release any fears to the angels or the guides or your loved ones in spirit. What does the masculine need to heal? Oh, that just leapt out. Leap! Oh my God, that's fucking great. That's so magical. What? What? I just said that just leapt out and it actually says leap. Right, sorry. Divine masculines, if you're needing a sign to take a leap of faith, I think you just got it. It's time to leap out of the darkness. Oh my God. Can I just, right, I've not even read the card. I'm going to read the card. I'm going to read the card. It's time to leap out of the darkness and into the light, filled with positivity. And I titled this Believe in Yourself, Ditching Limiting Beliefs That Keep You Playing Small. Right? Thumbnail. But also, that is literally my soul's calling, right? So I'm telling you about my soul's calling because hopefully it would encourage some of you to book my infamous, I'm joking, well, I don't know actually, because it is, a lot of people have had it now, but my psychic astrology empowerment reading, because I'm just saying here too, remember I said the eighth house is about money too. Like my prices are going up with some of my stuff because although a lot of my prices are like they're okay for some people and they'll be, more of a reach for some and whatever. It's kind of like it's about where I'm at and how long I've been doing this. And some of those have been the same price for far too long. Some of them will stay the same though. But that's what I'm kind of looking over with Venus retrograde. But the point is my calling, which I could tell you about your calling from your chart, is like with my North Node and my Vesta and various different asteroids and stuff, all in the eighth house, and Gemini is the twins. My Vesta is about guiding people through the dark times, and especially specifically the twin flames. But really, like I said recently, someone else's perspective on it was you're here to guide everyone through the dark. And so, but I home in on the twin flames, but that really fit with what I've been getting downloads and information about that. Like I've been stalling for ages on another channel because I'm like, God, I already like people have said to me on here, do you ever sleep? Like there's always videos going out. But that's because I've got my son in the house of Virgo. But it's like I'm here to help you leap out the darkness of the eighth house because I'm sick of the eighth house gets so much shade thrown on it. But I am somebody that I work very closely with the eighth house and I ain't doing no black magic or witchcraft. I don't care what anybody fucking says or what you heard or what people seem to think people that are using tarot and oracle, oh God, it's the devil. Really, because I help people, I save people from the devil. People that are trapped with the most toxic people that have the devil working through everything that they do, or the Jezebel spirit, or Leviathan spirit of pride and ego, keeping people stuck in pride and ego, or keeping people in lack, or keeping people in poverty, or I could go on and on and on, right? Like I save people from the darkness every day, and I actually empower people to empower themselves to save themselves. And I even said, like, look, a lot of people, I will empower you to get yourself out of a dark situation. And then you fly free and you don't even need my help anymore. It's just nice when people come back and say thanks or, or just check in and let me know how you're doing. Because you see how upset I get when I don't hear from people. You know what I mean? It's like I really do care. It's nice to hear back from people and stuff. But equally, I understand and I reserve judgment when people go quiet because people are in this. A lot of people are currently still in the darkness or they're just coming out of it, or they're healing, or they're exhausted. So look at all this that's coming through. This is all very powerful eighth house energy. Don't jump to conclusions or leap to conclusions. Some people are going through some really dark stuff. People could have lost family members, friends, people could be grieving, people could be just going through other painful, unique situations that are unexpected. Do you know what I'm saying? Like anything can be going on in people's lives, or it can just be dark night of soul for things that might not seem like a big deal to you, but it's a big deal to the person. Like for instance, that was me and my dark night of soul. It was, I'd had traumatic deaths, I'd had all the things I've just spoke about, but the thing that really plunged me into the darkness was things fucking up on my course because I'd studied for like a decade to get to even do that degree. So for things not to go the way that I'd worked hard for it to go, it was devastating. Look, and it's 441, 144 backwards, but that is my calling. So I don't dwell on it, but I did in the moment, I did. I really did dwell on it in the moment. I have to stress that to you. I know I'm happy, clappy, Aries, Sag Moon, but I done people's tits in because I kept going on about it and people got sick of hearing it. Like, you know what I mean? That sounds really brutal, but they did. And it was because they saw through to my spirit, they saw my strength, and they saw that I was here for bigger and better, and that the be all and end all is just money, but it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money that I didn't have, and I've still and it still left me in debt. But it's like that learning that I had on that course led to what I'm doing now. And at the end of the day, it led me down my shamanic path. So it all has a higher purpose. But they really wanted me to go on about that because that could be like some of you. You could have like poured a lot of money and energy and studying into doing a degree. And guess what? It all goes tits up. But like I've always said, karma gonna get you, right? I don't send negative energy to anyone ever. I pray for people, including my enemies. I don't even consider people enemies. I think it's a horrible thing to say, but let's face it, you have got people that are hating on you, and you can't be like, oh, I'll be your best friend, even though you fucking secretly hate me and you're sticking a knife in my back. That's happening to someone. See, I'm channeling somebody's secrets. Somebody's best friend, or in the past, somebody stuck the knife in. Because why am I even saying that? That's going to make sense to a man, woman, whatever out there. Or look out, it's just that who knows, but for me even say it, that's kind of weird that that's coming through and it's going to mean something. But it's about like what's done in the dark is coming to light. And what I was saying there about karma was my karma will be I will write my book one day, and that's when I'll get to, I've already said my piece on live streams for years, but I will be able to give a perspective on what happened there because there was a lot of very wrong stuff. But anyway, like I said, I like to focus on the fact that it led me to doing what I'm doing here. So it's time to leap out the darkness and into the light. I feel there's a lot of divine masculines, male and female. I feel that's going to be you having something like that. I feel some of you are going to write a book or tell your story or have a podcast or something, or whatever way is comfortable to you, but I feel you're going to be able to tell your story of how you overcome something really dark. Eighth house stuff, this guy. Yeah, faith. Just have faith. You've got the same card. That came out for the feminine. Have faith that all things are possible. So if you're in a really dark place right now, I really hope that that gave you some inspiration. Becoming attuned to your inner self will help you progress spiritually. I feel with all this Neptune and Pisces energy, it's really bringing through very strong Jesus energy. And I feel it is your come to Jesus moment that's coming. And then I just saw Renee saying, "Absolutely, I'm coming out of my dark hole." Well, I'm glad to hear it. It's there's light on the other side. And remember, this started with a rainbow. If people didn't see that, it's 444. That's one of my favourite combinations. 444, all the angels all around. Right. So believe it or not, we're still on the what would help. So what else would help? Look, this is for the feminine, but it's masculine feminine side. You're very close to achieving your goal. What this means is, like divine feminines, keep holding the light. The light that you are holding for your part of the world is making a difference for your community, whether it's online, offline, both. The light that you're holding for your masculine, like you saw with the collective, they're collectively saying thank you, and you wouldn't believe, like honestly, the songs that were going on and off last night in a row, I was gobsmacked. It was just totally like Pisces' magical energy, and it was like one after the other. It was just this kind of same energy. Um, but yeah, you're very close to achieving your goal. Like whatever you've been pouring prayers into and healing energy for yourself and your union and your masculine, there's a lot of amazing stuff coming together here. So for the masculine, and that goes for the masculine, feminine side. Well, look, forgive yourself. A lot of the masculines, like, look, they're in a dark place trying to forgive themselves right now, or they've already forgiven themselves and they're approaching. And again, let go of the timing. But something could be significant here about a full moon in Pisces. Now, if that's literally, that's a while away because we just had the new moon in Pisces. So that's just shy of 6 months away, right? But yeah, something significant could be. Remember, people can find this whenever that there could be something significant about 6 months from now around that full moon in Pisces, or that could even just be people having a huge revelation around that time. So, and that was for the masculine, wasn't it? And they're like, yeah, we said what we said. The full moon in Pisces is going to be extremely important. So, insights that are coming to you now, divine masculine, 6 months from now, around that full moon in Pisces, you're going to have even more clarity. But I really got a sense when I was saying that that's some divine masculines that you're either already in a physical union now or you will be in a physical union. But it's like you're going to be closing a door further on some kind of karmic interference or karmic problems, something like that. So I assume that'll make sense to someone. But I'm sure I said something really similar the other day too. So like I said, I just pour it through and let it go. But I'm sure I said that. Right, so what else would help for the feminine? And I might read this one from the book, but I might not. Feminine and masculine's feminine side. Plunge. Oh, plunge. We've got leap and we've got plunge. Don't hold back. It's, oh my God, look at this message, man. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. Standing here naked. Just to clarify, I'm singing James Arthur Naked, which is about expressing your emotions. Whether you choose to take that literally or not, that's up to you, and that's your own personal responsibility. As with all the messages that I'm given. But anyway, all jokes aside, that's the divine feminine. Go for it. Keep working on your calling. Keep being excited. Look, she's diving into the abyss. She's like, woohoo, I'm going. But this is also the masculine's feelings. Like, dive into your feelings. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. We need to read it. It's so funny how like excitable they're putting this across. I'm just laughing because I'm observing. I was not like this like right before I started this. I was on an alright mood, but like I didn't have this much energy. Um, right, so we have don't falter as you approach the water. Dive right on in, head first, don't resist. You've been working on this for a long time. You're ready. Go for it. The answer is yes. That's why they're getting me to stress, right? They're getting me to stress that this feels more for the masculine's feelings, but listen up to the feminines too. If you like fit right, like they're getting me as an example, right? Look at what I just said. I have been getting the message for I'm not even gonna say months, it's fucking years now that to put stuff out on a channel for like the general collective. But I just kept thinking, no, that's too much. I already do a lot for the Twin Flames and blah, blah, blah. And it's not that I was meant to do it before now, but it's just, and now I know it really is time because I'm getting signs slapping me in the face everywhere. People, like, people need help. And yes, there's loads of people helping people, but it's like, I truly do believe we've got soul contracts with people. There must be something that I'm going to be used to say that needs to reach somebody that could miss it because they're not a twin flame. So I never worry about that. God will make them reach it. But it's like you've been working on this for a long time. You're ready. Go for it. The answer's yes, right? So however that fits, if you're a divine feminine with what I said. But like I said, I more feel this is a masculine. You've been working on this for a long time. So it's only going to resonate if you're one of the masculines that you know you've been working on your healing and you're kind of like, am I ready? Is it time? Is this the right time approach? You know, blah, blah, all this kind of whatever. It's all those ones that are kind of in that place. This is yes, you're ready. This is a card of confirmation and clarity. It's an invitation to take the plunge and say yes. If you're someone who prefers to wait for permission or a timely invitation, you could consider this card message just that. That's so funny. There are times for waiting, for restoring, and for repairing. This is not one of those times. It doesn't necessarily mean that you feel completely prepared or fully confident, though, which is why I probably sang that song, because it's like, hey, you there, can we take it to the next level, baby? Do you dare? There's still fear there, but it's like the fear of missing out. If the fear of missing out is stronger, basically, that's what I always say, right? And remember, this is where my expertise lie as the twin flame shaman, hypnotherapist, subconscious mind in the 8th and the 12th, I would say, as well as the 4th. Really, it could, but that's what I would associate with your, your fears. It's like, I help you get out the dark places in your mind. Basically, it's deliverance, right? That's where all my sort of energy around deliverance is, and in the 8th house, um, is yeah, to help lift the limit bliss, which is what I titled this. Where did I get to? Um, Those who dive in rarely do, but their attachment to resistance becomes less than their desire for the new. Maybe this is what's been happening. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Sorry. When your desire comes stronger than the fear, that's when you do something about it. But if your fear and your ego keep winning, Go and get hypnotherapy. Go and book a session with me. If you're watching this, book a session with me. Or book a session with somebody that you're going to trust to access your subconscious mind. A lot of this stuff, I was saying this with somebody recently, right? Like somebody that I was having a conversation with about stuff like this, right? It's it irks me, and it's so annoying that some people think that they have to stay with their pain and their trauma and that nothing's ever going to help them, or you have to stay with an addiction. I keep sharing this because it's important, right? And like, but the amount of times that I have somebody coming to me as an alcoholic or they're hooked on some kind of drug, and some people have spoke to me once, and you heard right once, and they're off that drug or they're off the drink. I'm not fucking kidding you, right? It's crazy. I can't claim that that's going to happen to every single person that has that problem, but it happens to a lot of people. Um, Gambling too, gambling addiction, sex, you name it, it can be over. And you just need to decide that you're ready to give it up. But that's what hypnotherapy is about too. That's why some people will be like, oh, hypnotherapy is a load of shite. No, it's, I can't even say the words. Hypnotherapy is a load of shite. It's because you weren't ready to give it up yet. So if you're not ready to give up that habit or that way of life, it won't work. It's got nothing to do with it. It's got everything to do with you. You've got to be like, no, fuck it. I'm ready to give this up. And that's when it'll work. Right. But I can't talk about anybody else as a hypnotherapist alone or a coach or blah, blah, blah. Because like I say all the time, I actually don't do my coaching package with people unless they've had the therapy with me prior. Whether it was right before or long before, or they've had some type of therapy, because I truly don't believe you're not going to get very good results with people when you don't really believe in yourself. You know what I mean? So I'm quite passionate about that. Like you've got to really work on your own stuff, and then you'll be good at helping other people. Whereas if you're still kind of like hiding a lot of fear, it doesn't mean you've not got fear. You've always got a next level, which is why I keep sharing as well that like whenever my limiting beliefs come up, that's when like right, I need to get like somebody that's going to be able to help me push me. And half the time it's just somebody you trust. You know what I mean? It's like, but it makes sense to go to coaches and that, like you know what I mean. So however that fits. So, um, God, this is coming through really strong. Maybe this is what's been happening for you. If you don't feel ready, remember that so-called giant leaps are rarely. Oh my God, that card's talking about a leap as well, and this is a different deck. If you don't feel ready, remember that so-called giant leaps are rarely that in reality. In most cases, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of baby steps taken day after day in the direction of a dream. Yeah, I'm speaking to somebody, this is for the divine masculine. No, wait a minute, this is the feminine, but the masculine side. Oh, God, see what I mean? It's merged. It doesn't matter. It's whoever resonates. You've been working on this for a long time, and now it's time. Whatever that is that you most desire, the signs are pointing you in that direction. Now, take a deep breath and a great big run up and take the plunge. If you weren't worried about it not working out, what would you plunge right into? Sorry, I don't know if it's just me, but some of these are sounding a bit rude. But anyway, we are on Scorpio. Let's blame the Scorpio 8th energy. That's so funny. That's when my tantric guides and everything start talking. So let's finish this up. We've got 5 minutes on the timer. I'm not ready to step into that bit of my calling. I was actually saying that to somebody recently too, that I have seen visions in the future of me of me talking more in depth about stuff like that. But it's maybe in a more private way, you know, in a private group, because I don't know. I do it though, don't I? Sometimes it's like knee deep in hours into a live and I'll start just channeling all this stuff. It's really funny. Entertaining. Right, so for the masculine, what have we got for the masculine? But that really did seem like that was more for the masculine. So masculine, feminine's masculine side. Thank you again. But this is beautiful. This is Neptune and Pisces. The masculines just keep saying thank you. So thank you, gratitude, appreciating what's sustaining you. So I'm not going to read it again because I read it on the collective. So go and watch that if you didn't. Again, time's getting on here. Basically, the masculine energies. It's what I said for the collective. This is the feminines. Your feminines can feel that you are sending out that gratitude for helping them out of a dark place. Now, whether that is your own actual divine feminine energy or whether that is a great big thank you to all the divine feminine collective and masculine collective that are helping people on YouTube and in other places, the genuine ones. Watch out for the frauds and the tricksters because there are out there. But frauds and tricksters doesn't apply to everyone, by the way, because there's another whole level of people that just say things are one way and they're not another way, and some of them are that's not right either. So you just gotta get discernment, whatever, everyone will kind of be drawn to it. Some people will be turned off by me. Some people will be like, oh yeah, she's the right one for me. Who cares? Just you'll go where you're meant to go, frequency. But this is also about make sure you're thanking yourself. Make sure you're showing gratitude for yourself for doing the work. Like I said, if you're struggling with any of the things mentioned here, right? That sounds like an advert. But if you're struggling with any kind of addiction, think about how brave you are to actually get support for that. And yes, that can include actually watching one of these videos, mine or other people's, or if you've stumbled across this and you're new, I've got a playlist, which unfortunately is not very obvious. YouTube need to sort that out if you're spying, lurking YouTube. I would love it if they could be pinned at the top, right? So I'm asking for that now because people miss it all the time. It's a hidden jewel, hidden gem, a bit like what happens to Divine Feminines, and that's funny because the eighth house is hidden. But like those journeys on that playlist that's called, meditations, activations, light code activations, shamanic journeys, they alone for free have helped some people out of dark situations like drug addictions and any kind of addictions. Do you know what I mean? So it really just depends how deep it runs. But there's lots of things on there for clearing witchcraft and everything like that. Because like I said, that is my purpose to help clear all this sort of stuff. But you've got to know when it's time to get one-to-one help too. So that's what that stuff's there to help people that aren't in a place to do that. And thank you as well to all my members that do contribute monthly to yeah, to being in the membership because it helps me as a whole, it helps me keep giving out the free stuff too. So right, what are we going on to now? Oh, this is really interesting. I don't know why they've got me to pick up. I wasn't going to go to this deck next. I've got an order, but what's just happened is fascinating, right? Now look at this, right? You're going to laugh. This is a deck I've had for years, right? That I made up. It was a couple of years, yeah. So they're nearly about 2.5 years old. These, but I was inspired. Hi Nathan, I was inspired to buy. Now I don't know if anyone's going to remember this. If you're about my age, and I would say if you're a girl, but how do I know? But it was a girly game when I was wee called. I can't remember what it was called. Dream Phone. I think it was called Dream Phone or Dream Girl or something or Dream Guy. Dream Phone, I think it was called. And it had these cards in it, right? And it had all these different things in it. Now, when I was on eBay, well, actually, when I found this T-shirt, right, it was like because this was brand new as well, but it was like I saw it was like a card out that game, and it had something about Mum says hang up, and I got it specifically because I knew it was going to come out when it was about like if a mother is an issue, whether it is like your mum or a mum in the equation or a mother of a child, right? And look, it's on the back. Can you see it's got phone numbers, right? So how funny would that? I think that's why they wouldn't do that anymore, but that will actually be like people's phone numbers and stuff because there are some 555 numbers where I live. But anyway, look what that's what it says, right? Mum says hang up. So this is very specific, but I feel for at least somebody watching this or a group of people there is a mum in the equation. Like I said, whether it's your mum, their mum, or mother of a child, or it could even be friends that are mums. There's somebody that doesn't want you that doesn't want you and your twin flame like getting in touch with one another because you're going to be able to crack the code of all the interference. So that's really wait a minute, that could be the thumbnail. So that's really specific. But I wondered what sign it was going to come up in, and it's just not a coincidence it's come up in Scorpio, because Scorpio is the psychic detective. Because that'll intrigue people. What's that all about? So that's what I feel that's what I got it for. And it's because it's that kind of size I put in with these cards. So it's something like I'd say it's some kind of interference from a mother figure, however that fits it. And it just fell out again. It just literally fell out again. Mum says hang up. So it's like a mum that's been like, no, like for any reason. And now, bear in mind, it doesn't always need to be that it could be that someone's been looking out for you, but most of the time, I don't think that's going to be the case. Right, so what does the masculine want to say? I feel you. I've been feeling you close to me, especially at night. Can you feel me the way I'm feeling you? This is for the eighth house as well. I don't feel like I deserve you. Oh my God, that feels like it's really come out in here as well. So that's what someone's been working on. And I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. Not everyone, but for some people, a mother figure, however that fits, like I said, doesn't need to be a natural mum, could be someone, it's just someone that has children, has been a contributing factor to manipulating someone into leaving you on red, ghosting you, however you want to say it. Wait a minute. Mum telling me to hang up on my sister. Maybe. Is that how it fits? Is that how it fits for you? See what I mean? I don't always, I'm just delivering it how they're telling me to, but it's more important what it means to each person. Wait a minute. Because I can think of other clients where this means actually similar to what I just said. For fuck's sake, why is it going out the shot? Oh, hello, Samari Lee. How are you doing? Happy Aries season to you as well. I'm not going to smile because that's not. And maybe my daughter being manipulated. Oh, sorry to hear that. I'm waiting until I do the more serious face because it's, yeah, that's more like, you know. Right, okay. So, um, we're in overtime. It's 5 o'clock already, but it was just a rough guidance. It was a rough kind of, um, where are we at? Put 15 minutes on it. Um, right, so I've done, let's get the inner child. Yeah, because that's just come up about mother stuff. Let's like I said, it doesn't actually need to be your mum. I can think of situations where it's like a mum in the equation. Um, but I'd say because it says mum says hang up, it does make more. It makes it no. You can see it makes sense for different people. Because actually, right, shit, right. So right enough, mum says hang up. That can actually be mothers in the spirit world. Like, is that what you're meaning, Renee? Is your mum in the spirit world? Because that's what it could be meaning now too. That's see what I mean. Sometimes it could be a friendly thing, like mum's saying, "Hang up, give up that situation." But I bought it with the intention that that is like because it's just unfortunately because I help so many clients where it is a mum. Uh, Tube telling her to hang up. Ah, right. Give me an inner child card for the feminine. You're worthy. You're worth it all, my love. Yeah, unfortunately, that, like, you see, for the divine feminine or the masculine's feelings, like, think about it, if you had a mum that wasn't letting you know you're worthy of anything and you're worth it all and you can do this and encouraging you, then you need that, so you're going to need to find people that will tell you you can do it and you've got this and bear in mind that's you don't vilify someone because I know a lot of people where people's mums aren't able to say that to them because guess what, they didn't have that themselves. But you don't, but it doesn't always excuse it. You don't need to go to the dark side with that, right? Like my mum didn't get a huge amount of encouragement at all. Sorry, Nana and Grandpa, but it's true. I'm looking at a picture of me kissing my Nana. My Nana was a brilliant Nana to me, but I wouldn't say she wasn't a my mum's that nice. She wouldn't say my mum wouldn't even say that at all, like, but she was not the warmest, we'll say. But my mum is like an amazing mum. Do you know what I mean? She's very supportive of me and everything. But I do need to pull. I'll need to initiate the hug more than that. Sometimes she does, but it's like what I'm saying. It's like so you don't. So just because you've had that towards you, it doesn't mean you need to turn out like that at all. But sadly, some people do go that way. Some people will be bitter, and because they didn't get it, they will then be horrible to their own children. So again, don't be like that, or just people in general. Doesn't need to be like that. Um, but yeah, you're worthy. You're worth it all, my love. Because I've said that loads of times before, but I've actually like I bombard my actually that's really funny because currently, because my mum was working, I did actually get things to be delivered for Mother's Day to her today. So that's quite a cool synchronicity. But like I bombard her with I bombard my mum and my dad with like mugs that are like, you're amazing and you're this and you're that. And because it's like, you know what I mean? When you didn't get that yourself, that generation, it's not going to hurt. Wherever the fuck it's coming from, somebody being like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, um, I'm just seriously lacking in it coming back the other fucking way. Do you know what I mean? The amount of honestly, I'm just saying that's quite funny, but the amount of fucking friends I've had over the years, and I was that person that was getting the secret presents for their kid to give it to their mum, because like the fucking, you know what I mean? Dads were like either in their life and not just fucking not thinking to do it, or they weren't there, and it's just, you know what I mean? So. It's quite nice when I get back the top anti shit and all that. I got all that back in the day, and I treasure all these kind of things. And um, but yeah, I'm saying that for a reason, right? It's true. Like I'm that person that notices all the wee little special differences and the unique things that people like, and it's time for people like that to receive back. It's time for people to notice all the wee nice things about you and treat you. Boom, drop the fucking mic. Love it. Bring it. Be open to receive that. Because actually, I know that when my nieces are older, particularly one of my nieces is really like me in that way. She'll be like that. Maybe two of them actually, because one of them's got the same Venus as me. Say yes. Look, this is divine masculine's inner child. What the fuck? All I can say is this energy today feels really beautiful and it feels very. Oh my God, I can really feel it. Feels like loved ones in spirit coming in with so much support and encouragement. If you don't have support and encouragement from your family, friends, your guides are all supporting you, but from your family and friends, the people around you in the physical, there's a hell of a lot of support from your guides and your loved ones in spirit right now. Because we've had a card. I'm sure we had a card in the collective saying yes, but I'm sure the card that said yes was already in this. I get a bit confused with how long I'm doing this. Also, the 17th of July could be significant because when I opened my eyes, I looked at 1707. Or there's just something significant there about cancer season. But now is the time to be open and oh my God, that's what I can't believe this. I just channeled all that before I read that bottom line. I just said now it's the time for you to receive, and it says now is the time to be open and receive. It fucking says that. And also, look, so there's something really, I'd say there's something, what date's today? Is it it's the 28th because it's 29th. There's something significant about today. I'd say there's something significant about the 30th and the 31st. And it could be around the new moon, it could be other for other things. But now's the time to be open and receive because it's got a 30 on it. That's why I'm saying that. So say yes. So there's a lot of guidance and support coming through, and this is for the masculine, that now's the time for you to receive back from people that are going to be able to give to you equally like you deserve. Pull yourself close. Look, 27th. 27th, so the 27th has just been as well. That was yesterday. Every part of your being is deserving of love. So yeah, I'm tapping out because I'm feeling quite emotional. It's like I'm tapping in. This is the eighth house is pain, and you don't need to be Scorpio and remember, I'm tapping into people that you did not have people around you or enough that told you how worthy and deserving you are of love. And there's so much love coming in from the spirit world. Ironically, maybe even from family and friends. Family, it feels like maybe that didn't tell you that enough and they're telling you now. So tap in, intuitively in meditation stuff for your own, or you can book a session and we can do medium. I've got mediumship only sessions, or it just comes through in sessions anyway if it's meant to. But that's coming through really strongly. Um, right, and we've already done that bit, so let's do. Oh God, that was strong. Right, let's do these now. So this is what's the outcome for these love situations? Letting go. Letting go is sometimes necessary. I feel this is like this feels like some of you had to let go of each other momentarily so that you could work on yourselves. Um, Friendships, successful couples are good friends. And again, they're saying to me, yes, that does mean that it's not just like, oh, you've let go to work on yourselves, and there's not been other karmic fuckery, usually on the masculine side, that's got in the way romantically I'm talking about, but as well as other ways. But for some people, then we'll get to a point where actually, no, it is just you both working on yourselves and you had to let go of each other. And when you're bringing this back, some of you are already doing that, you're going to do it soon. You're going to be working on a friendship at first. And remember, if this was definitely tuning in the eighth house energy, that might be quite challenging. So you might have to kind of really navigate, especially if other people's Kundalini energies are only just rising and there's a lot of sexual energy there that it's like needs to be directed in the right way, which actually could be directed for your own creative pursuits, masculine, male and female, or towards you and your twin. And it doesn't actually need to be sex we're talking about here, but obviously it is going to be that at some point. But this is like, pour love into the friendship, build the friendship. Sincere, yeah. And it's because of this, look, because someone close to you is sincere. So I'm really feeling that very strongly. There is a masculine collective that are coming forward to some of the divine feminines. They're sincere, you can trust them. They want to show you affection you deserve. Showing affection creates a loving bond. They want to build a friendship. They want to build a stable foundation, set a solid foundation. And they're going to be admitting it's okay to admit errors and put things right. So some people are going to take personal responsibility for their part and hope that you will as well, because it's usually a two-way street. Yeah, lovely, love it. Right, what have we got for the new earth energy? So I could see what was yes, mum is in spirit and sister's been rough since dad passed. Oh, right. So yeah, thanks for sharing that, Renee. So you see what I mean? That's how so many things can be taken from that card. Um, Amen indeed. Two husbands born on July the 17th, ex-husbands. Oh my God. Wow. And you see how powerful that is. That by the way, there's something significant about the 5th of November too, because that always comes up, and I know why it comes up for different sorts of people. But it changed from 5/11 to 5/12. So, the 5th of December could be significant too, but it was the 5/11 before it caught my that's amazing because you know what I mean. It's karmic debt. It's karma. So that's so interesting. Like I've said before, but I've got like two friends that have got children, like two close friends that have got children on that day. So it's quite crazy, isn't it? What have we got for the new Earth energy? Stillness. So that feels like the energy now. I know it doesn't look like it with me, but like I said, I'm in the Aries energy. In the quietness of the moment, you can hear your inner voice more clearly. So again, I feel that's just come out because of what I said. There's very strong loved ones in spirit right now trying to get messages across to you. I feel they've really done it very strongly through me today for different pockets of people, men and women. So I hope that you got the messages that they were delivering. Duality, but you get still in tune in yourself or listen to one of my journeys and they'll come through. In a world of duality sits a truth, a place where love dances in unity with its own shadow. Again, that is about a lot of twin flame unions ready to come into the physical. It's got the yin yang symbol on it. It is somebody that has spent time, two people, two separate people that have spent time looking at their own dark side, their own shadow, their own flaws, looking really deep at like, why do I try to look for problems in another person and why it won't work before I even try? That feels very relevant as well. Um, yeah, and New Earth message. I feel I want to do some tarot actually. Scenes and energies, attuned to the subtle energies, balance frequency holders. Again, so I'm a frequency holder. You may resonate with that too. But basically, what it's just meaning is it's like whale elder as well as that kind of older old soul energy. But if you don't resonate with that bit, it's about just what I said. Just tune into the stillness. And your elders in the spirit world are talking to you as well. And we just had that too with your mum. Forgiveness. And this is the energy right now. With the moon, with the moon at some point later on, like I said, I worked out by 8 o'clock tonight, but it's the moon at 29 degrees, Neptune 29 degrees, Venus 29 degrees. That is so much about forgiveness. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful thing about the retrogrades. This is a beautiful energy for resolving conflict. If you can calmly talk to one another, sort out whatever it is. See the bigger picture, trust and heal. Beautiful. And then I'm going to pull some tarot cards and then Seven of Cups. So again, that's about confusion in this case. Like it can be different things. That can be about options, but because of what I've said before this, I feel if you're still in a bit of confusion there about something, get still and ask your guides, ask the loved ones for the answers. I feel some of you have got answers through this. Some of you have been putting out answers anyway, questions anyway, and the answers have come through. And then see how I said I got that wrong, how I said answer and I corrected myself. You're right. I don't know if that makes sense of what I said, but it's like there's something you've been, it's like I feel you've been gaslighting yourself about, and I feel there's clarity that's come through with whatever they're telling me. Yeah, the world. Some this is the 21, right? The famous 21, the end of a cycle. And remember what I said, most people, if you've been doing the work, you should be completing a massive karmic cycle. It should be upright. So you're still going to be exhausted because, like I was saying, this woman looks exhausted. And that was me before I started this a few hours ago. This is giving me energy. But you can be male or female. But it's like, because it was in reverse, there's been people that have kept you deliberately in confusion, unable to finish a karmic cycle. So let's shuffle these again, see if that comes out again. It's got nothing to do with it. I get lost in your sexy eyes, but it is 8th house. I never gave up hope you would remember us. There was the rainbow at the start of this. I'm here for you day and night, and one day you'll be right by my side. We're doing it, we're breaking free from the matrix. Know your worth. If something feels off, it usually is. That's what I must have been feeling there. I thought that card might have come out again. Mum says hang up. That's got loads of different meanings for different people. Yeah, something. Right. Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, yeah. Knight of Wands in reverse. Confusion. Ending a cut. So, right. Oh God, this is too confusing now. Some people, right, because they're making me go psychic detective, it's because we're in the 8th house, but I hope I'm not like this in every one because I can't be bothered. But for some people, oh, they're pulling me what's the tea? Right, for some people, that mother figure is just a mother that wanted somebody to stay in a karmic cycle of Knight of Wands, basically. Like, keep it casual, and then I can keep you the way that I want you so that you're not protecting and like being with somebody else that's got your back and it's something like that, right? And then for others it's like an ex or something, or it could even be a present partner that's keeping somebody in confusion, like manipulation, possibly even spell work, but I mean it's just the same thing. Don't make this as yours, it's not yours, it's just the dark stuff comes out for the 8th house. Or it's the past, yeah, look, trying to keep your strength like low. Spell work. Moon, the moon, secrets. That's why I unearth the secrets, because I'm born on the 18th, the moon card, but I illuminate what's done in the dark. The wolf medicine and the dog, my two power animals at my heart. Secrets. Some kind of secrets coming out about how somebody confused it. That's the fucking truth. The Ace of Swords just came out. 78 cards. What is that? That's dark stuff. I'm tapping out. That can be anything from somebody that does some type of fucking weird moon magic or something, or somebody that just gossips and creates lies and it causes a whole load of havoc, slows stuff down. That feels like an ex or something. Look, that was trying to slow down a wish fulfillment. Unless somebody's got like, and there's an apology coming. Unless it's like a particularly nasty mother figure or something, or both in some cases. But just, or like I said, it could be a mum's warning you about it. It's all different types of, but I'm going to shuffle what's the tea because what is the tea further to add to this, and then we'll end it on some nice cards, and then I am going to go and get something to eat and rest my voice for a couple of hours, and then I'll pop up again to do. Well, we'll see what sign I'm going to do. Boss Daddy just came out. Stable, rich business owner, BDE, CEO. So that's who that's been happening to. A business owner, a C, whatever, basically whatever Boss Daddy means to you, a grudge holder. So somebody was holding a grudge towards a Boss Daddy, a happiness hater. Oh my God, and that's my cut. So I think it was more what I said about, yeah, better sort of. So happiness hater. The weird thing is though, that felt like a female towards a male masculine. And this is my card for a masculine hater towards like, so basically this card, look, because it's a man's figure watching a female, like a man and a woman kiss. I always feel like that's the potential. So I always feel like that's the potential of a beautiful twin flame union, and a man has been preventing it from happening. So that can be a man from the divine feminine's past, like a jealous karmic ex, didn't want that to happen, so they could have hexed you, or like they could have actually literally manipulated things. Like I've said before, and this is what's done in the dark comes to light. I have had many downloads and dreams about that. It would be very easy for somebody to creepily kind of make friends with somebody who knows somebody else and plant a seed it out and create, you know what I mean, to stop things from happening. All you need to say is, oh, I heard this, and create a Chinese whisper. So it's quite toxic and very dark, but that is what, when somebody's obsessed with you and they don't want you to be with somebody else, it'd be a very clever way to stop, to sabotage it. So, but I feel, unfortunately, I'm picking up on exes from the masculine's done that to them. Exes from the feminine's done that to them. See through it. Happiness haters. But also, like I always say, how fucking weird would that be if that was real? That a weird guy's just standing looking at you kiss. Like, weirdo. Um, or a weird woman. Yeah, karmic friends, right? Boom, drop the mic. I knew what I was picking up on. Eighth house stuff. Karmic friends. Men and women, whether you've had been sexually active with these people or they're friends or family members in some cases, these people are not your friends. Remember I said it a month ago too. Can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I can't stand that saying. Get them the fuck away from you. Set your boundaries. Move country if needed. Some people need to do that, by the way. But yeah, karmic haters, karmic friends, happiness haters are being rumbled for some people. Same shit, different day. Somebody's noticed the pattern of all the trouble that happens with these people. Unbothered, and you're turning your back on them. Good for you. Toxic. Right. That's coming through very strong, isn't it? Right. So, but it's like I said, it's because Scorpio's pain. So what have we got? End it with a good one, an empowering one. And then, like I said, I'll see you in a couple hours. So I don't know. Yeah, I would say it would be around 8. I'm only saying 8 because the moon moves in Aries around then. But I might pop up a bit sooner, like 7ish or something. What have we got? Oh, fuck. Quite a few. Spiritual guides, yep, they've been coming through. Also 13. 13's a death card, which symbolises Scorpio. This is for Scorpio, but remember, it can make sense to anyone. And also 13's divine feminine energy, and this has been very strongly channeled by this divine feminine. How would you like to be more spiritually connected? Do you have any unresolved issues from the past? What magical qualities do you wish to possess? Surrender, that one came out earlier. Let go of the internal, external struggles in your life. Give up the fight or control to other situations. Relinquish the need to be right and surrender to a higher power. That's surrendering your ego. Following your journey, 29th, that's today. Naked, I'm just reading the first word now. Remember, I was singing the song Naked. That is weird, isn't it? But that's why I was singing it earlier. And this is really funny because it's Sacred Union, naked body, right? I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Naked body. Also, the 15th of May might be significant. And look, she's looking in a mirror. So that could be divine feminine looking in a mirror and seeing the masculine, or divine masculine looking in the mirror and seeing their feminine. And I channeled that at some point in this too. What parts of you do you need to look at more closely? What function, not function in these areas of your life? How do you feel about your body? Venus retrograde could be doing a number on you. Don't be cruel to yourself, okay? We've all got things we feel not so good about. Do you feel exposed or outed in some way? What is making you feel inadequate, guilty, ashamed, vulnerable? What do you need to release? And then the last one, school exams. What areas do you feel inadequate? There's two things about inadequate. So some people must be working on like where you feel insecure. What are you constantly competing with others? Are you in the process of evaluating yourself and your goals? Right. So I'm going to leave that there. So thank you for joining me. I'll just read the rest of these. X has been lying to my kids. Oh my God, to make me look bad. Wow. Oh my God. Sorry to hear that, but that really fits with what I was saying, doesn't it? And especially because it's a guy on that card, right? I kind of wanted to get a wee. So yeah, the fact that you're saying that means that and I know that there is because of what I work with clients, that there are, if you've got older children, fucking hell, people can do it to younger children too, and that's when it's like, That's like the worst of the worst. Um, but there's lies anyway. Right, so what else have we got here? Oh, I knew it. I should have said it. I was going to say, whenever I pick these up, it's because the spider web's going to come out. Look what just come out. So I don't know who needed that, but the eighth, like I know it gets really boring me saying the same thing, but I'm stressing it because people need to understand what I'm here to do, right? And I know those of you that are here all the time, you know, but when I say untangle the darkest shit, it's shit like this. It's covert manipulation, covert narcissism. It's I pick out the things that other people don't see. I'm the person that everyone thinks crazy until I'm proven right, sometimes years later, about these fucking, I'm getting really angry now, but these fucking karmic friends that cause trouble and karmic family and karmic fucking work people and karmic best friends and karmic whatever is jealous fuckers. Hopefully not all of that. Hopefully none of it for people. But that is my spell work card. People that have been sticking the knife in for years for some people. But don't you worry, your abundance is coming. Tell us actually what's coming for the people that that's happened to. Union anyway. Made me look bad. You've been reading me this whole time. Wow. Well, Renee, isn't that amazing? Like, I'm sorry to hear you're going through all of that, but and it's actually that's you know what I mean. Like, actually that's what I'll do. I'll put the oven on and then I'll go in the membership, right? I'll come in the membership and I will have a prayer circle because it's when I know more specifics, which is what the membership is for, so you can say it in private. It helps me just focus in on that. But you're not alone, unfortunately. So many people have had this done, and that's why what's done in the dark is coming out. It's coming out for everyone so that people can see and someone can confirm it on the chat. Because spell work is the same as lies, manipulation, slander. There's people lying on people to ruin their character. Divine feminines and divine masculines. Particularly, well, I was going to say particularly Boss Daddy, because Boss Daddy came out. There's people lying on people that fit that. But there's also people lying on the divine feminine too. So, and there's also people that have confused the divine masculine about the divine feminine. So it's over for do you mean it's over as in like you're through the worst of it or the castle? That's like I feel that's like what I said in the collective, where the you know how it was the divine masculine, divine feminine, the king and queen of swords. You're gonna be like protected in your own energy. I don't know about and that's so funny. That was actually that somebody said something that's so weird. Somebody said something similar like that to me once, and I was like, doesn't need to be literal, but it's like, you know, you've got these strong boundaries around your union where people can't get to you like that anymore. And that's once you fucking rumble what people have been doing and you see through it. But that takes two people needing to see through it. The apocalypse. But that's I know what they're saying. We're in the apocalypse now. I mean, oh shit, that's a film, isn't it? Is that not a horror or something? I don't know. But um we are in the apocalypse now, right? Oh good. I'm glad the manipulation's over. We're in the apocalypse now. Again, I cannot stress yet how fucking weird. If you watch that video that I published it this morning, right? Because I thought, oh, it'll be good for people to know about the dark moon. Because the dark moon actually, it's quite funny. The dark moon is when people do a lot of dark stuff. But I am actually shedding light on that, you know, on the dark moon to counteract what people do. But um so pray for me. If you're one of the good people out there, cover me in prayer because I'll get a lot of shitty energy for doing this, but I do every day anyway. But like um but in the what I'm saying is I channeled. Remember, I channeled them like 5 days ago, 6 days ago or something, and I was singing Skyfall, and it's when the sky fall and it crumbles, we will stand tall and face it all together. When the sky falls, and there's a fucking building falling from the sky down to the ground with that earthquake in Thailand. Creepy as fuck. Kind of cool too that was that psychic, but it's like I said, it's a shame that we don't get more specifics, because it's never in my case. It's like I'll do that and you see after, which is a bit of a shit. Some actually not always in personal situations. I have foresaw. Well, actually, I do it all the time in here. What am I saying? It's just people might not always take the advice, and then you think, "Aye, right, whatever," and then it happens to you. I can't help that. Some people don't. Some people have told me, "You've actually saved my life by what I saw." But um, yeah, we're in the apocalypse now. Like things happening, natural disasters, or things that are actually manipulated by horrible people in the world, and that personal situations, bigger worldly situations. That's they're saying this stuff's happening now. The dead end, yeah. And the people that have caused really bad karma for Twinflame specifically, it's there at a dead end. A star, the star born, but I think that's the star is born. I think you're rising. Uh, Look, the healer. Yeah, definitely if you're some type of healer. Like, look at what again, I have to take that for myself. Like, I'm a healer that it might seem like I said, I've had people say that to me in the past, and I just have to take it shit. Like, yeah, it drains me. A lot of it can seem like I am going on about the negative, but it's not. It's this shit wouldn't be coming out if people weren't acting so shady and dark. This is unfortunately what is lurking in a lot of people. And that's why you can have a come to Jesus moment. If you've been this horrible towards other people, then change it up. If you're like, shit, I think I am that karmic friend, or I think then change up. You know, change. You can change. You can wake up tomorrow and decide to change. Or you can keep being horrible to people, haven't done anything and deserve it. Because of your own insecurities. The ocean, the animal, and the heart. So that is like a tower card. That looks like the divine masculine. I always feel it looks like a wolf. So I feel that's the divine masculines and their feelings heading towards a union because that's the notebook card. That's like a portal as well. The portal of this dark moon. And the crone, that's one of my other signs of a mother figure getting in the way again, unfortunately. So that's in the dead end. And the shadow. Look what fuck's sake, right? I'm putting these cards down. Look what I just said, the shadow. Or in some cases as well, that isn't normally a good card for me, but in some cases for you, Renee, because your mum's in the spirit world, the crone isn't always a bad thing. It's just in this deck, it is to me for some reason. Um, but yeah, the shadow. It's people in their shadow, so unfortunately. But if they do the work, you can still like I said, you can still be in your shadow, but heal it. Become balanced with it and use it for a bit of sass when you need it, assertiveness. But don't be a nasty fucker in your shadow. Do you know what I mean? And on that note, now I'll put all this might not work because I put them all together. Could you tell me what sign I'm going to do after I eat my tea? Could you please work with me? So we've done Scorpio, so don't give me any of the planet ones or that. I want a house or a sign that's not Scorpio or the eighth house. They didn't work with me, guys. We could make it Gemini communicating, but what they do want to say is there could be either you're 39 or your twin flame's 39. Someone's going to be communicating their truth because we've got Mercury retrograde in Aries, which is about truth, and Mercury retrograde blings, bling. That could have relevant bling. There's bling, or brings people back from the past, old flames that came up, and this for the collective, right? North Node. This is not good. They're bringing me. I need a sign. Um, they're all pulling away from me. My stepmother is just getting to really know me, just doesn't understand why everyone thinks I'm the bad one. It's because I point out the narcissist. Yeah, exactly what I do. That's why you're in my soul family. And now she sees it as well. My whole family. Oh, Renee, I'm so sorry to hear that. I know it can feel very lonely and you don't deserve it. But I'm glad you're in our soul family. We're building our own soul family. So if anyone else feels like that, then you need to get on in there. Um, Right. Yeah, but that's always been my gift. I've always been able to spot the karmic friends and the people with anyone around them like that. And again, like I said, I always like to stress that people can change, but if you're not seeing any kind of signs of change, then don't keep tiring yourself. You know what I mean? Um, Yeah, in the shadow, and that also repels them because I'm healing. Yeah, because you're doing the healing, you're elevating your. Basically, it's like what I said to you before. You're in the divine masculine energy, surrounded by people like that, and because you're healing, you can see through it. They're attacking you, but don't let them. Right. Oh fuck's sake! Why are they not giving give me a side or a house? That I'm just gonna have to. Oh my god! What the fuck? Is this the energy's annoyed at me? Fifth house, right? Boom. Fuck's sake, we finally got one. So, a Mercury retrograde, yes, that might we can blame Mercury retrograde. Lunar eclipse, well look, it is an eclipse tomorrow. See, I kind actually I'm going to use a different deck to get the signs because I want to use the astrology cards. Right, so I'm doing Leo fifth house, but fuck knows when, right? It's going to be a few hours from now. Do you know what? I feel because I Renee, can I pull one of these cards for you? Because we saw the crow, I feel in that case, I feel it is your mum, because your mum's already come through in this, like you said, but I feel it's your mum wanting to pass on a message through these crow cards, which is really weird. And that's how much I'm tuning in to listen. Because look, memory, because like it's like she's, given, it's hard to explain, but that crone card is usually a bad mother. And oh my God. Do you know the weirdest bit? It's not right now. I'm feeling it was her wanting me to pick up these crow cards. Upheaval. Look, because you're going through an upheaval. But also, would you believe it? The last film I watched last night before I went to sleep last night was Bad Moms, which is fucking hilarious. Bad Mums and Bad Mums at Christmas are so fucking funny. Great music as well. Like especially the one about Christmas. The song at the end is brilliant. It's like I'm a motherfucking woman, baby, alright. I don't need a man to be holding me through that. Do you know what I mean? I love it. I don't know who sings that, but I love that song. And then I'm sure there's a good song in the one I was watching last night too. I don't know, it's just quite a funny one. But I feel like you'd like that kind of music too. Have you seen that film, Renee? It is hilarious. But I can't help but notice the fact that this has had shit about, well, mums that aren't the best. Okay, we don't like saying the word bad. I've got PTSD from working in nurseries where you're not allowed to say the word bad. If you called anyone bad, you'd get the sack. Um, right, so but let's face it, there are fucking bad people. There's fucking bad doctors, there's bad healers, there's bad fucking motherfuckers, there's bad fucking everything. Right, so she wasn't nurturing or supportive, but she tried. Oh, so that's what I was wondering. I was waiting for you to kind of say it. Like, I feel that's she's trying to do. She's trying to help you from the other side, like what a lot of people do. Because, and look, I did say that in this too, didn't I? That people try their best, and sometimes it's like it's all they could give. Um, but I feel that must be what it is too. She's saying I was a bad mum. Like maybe you wouldn't say she was a bad mum, but it's like, but she's also given a warning about actual bad mums, right? Whoever the connection is. So, um, it is hilarious, isn't it? Right, okay, so give us what do you want to say then, and I'll close this out. So this can make sense to anyone else as well, especially if you resonated. So sorry, not sorry that this was so long. They obviously wanted me to do a deep dive on the eighth house because it is, I always say 12th house is my expertise, but really the eighth house is just as much, if not more, with because my North Node, my destiny is in the eighth house, you see. Scavenge. Oh, what's this about? And bond. Oh yeah, you see, look, bond. So this is either going to be something about your twin flame journey, or this is about that bond with your mum. Like she's trying to be that support system on the other side. So let's see, 44. Oh, and I opened up upheaval there. Upheaval is a reminder that things can change on a whim through no fault of your own. Are you prepared for change? Remember, Aries new moon tomorrow is about change. Are you able to regain your composure and fly off to a better, more stable position? From being laid off to being forced to move to a new home, change can appear sudden and sometimes cruel, but not always. If this doesn't make sense to you, Renee, somebody needed this. There's a tower moment coming for someone, and it might seem like an upheaval at first, but it's going to be the best, and I feel it's to pull you away from toxic people. Sometimes there are clues, this could have already happened to you. Sometimes there are clues that change is coming, yet we ignore the signs, right? Yeah, this is somebody's ignored the signs. This is someone in the spirit world. This is your mum, but I can feel somebody else's person in the spirit world giving this. Um, Sometimes change can bring fortunate situation or moves us in a position to receive a greater opportunity. When upheaval appears, ask yourself if you can feel the rumblings like a seismic wave just below the surface. Bear in mind there's been earthquakes. This, I hope this doesn't mean there's tsunamis coming. That something is about to shift in your life. When you connect with your intuition, you will get a feeling that something's about to happen. You will pick up on the change in energy. The alarm bells are going off. Oh God, that alarm is so annoying as well. You'll pick up on the change in energy that will impact your life. When you can anticipate a coming upheaval, you will be better able to plan for the shake-up. So that's the warning there for anyone that's resonating. But this is the card for Renee. The crow searches for anything, even the smallest crumb. Although insight may be gained and scavenging can promote brain development, the crow's attention is on an area that may not yield the greatest reward. Scavenge suggests that you may be settling for less because it is easy. Oh shit, that does fit either for the past or present, doesn't it? And hopefully nobody's future. Like a lot of you divine masculines, male and female, you settled for less than what you deserve because you probably couldn't see the manipulation that was happening. Some divine feminines as well, actually. Um, Scavenge suggests that you may be settling for less because it is easy. Your attention may be on a situation that holds little promise, yet at the same time, you're hoping to find some source of nourishment or value. While in between jobs or relationships, you might find that the scavenge card will appear more frequently as you jump from one opportunity to another, timeline jumping. And remember, this whole thing was about jumping from a limiting belief to believing impossible, as in believe that you can get more than what you've ever dreamed of, like than whatever you're in right now. Use this time to gather information, determine what you like, what you don't like, what you can and what you won't settle for. Boom, drop the mic. That's absolutely what a Venus retrograde, which doesn't happen every year, is for. Reevaluating what do I value myself? Do these people value me? If not, why not? What can I change? You know what I mean? And also, side note, remember, I've been saying this for months now, but be very careful because in a Venus retrograde with a 29 degrees Pisces, you might think that what you're in right now is what you want. And as soon as that goes direct on the 12th of April, and definitely when it gets to mid-May, you could have horrible, this could be the tower moments like, I fudged up, I chose wrong. But I feel some of you have already went through that, so however it fits. This card may also appear if you have been simply taking what you can get instead of directing your attention towards the steps that would lead to something more substantial. So yeah, I feel your mum was just wanting to give a message there, Renee, about aim higher. You know what I mean? Like um, you deserve better than whatever. Let's see. Into the unknown, underworld, depth, courage, facing your fears. Yeah. So some kind of fear could be limiting belief could be holding you back. And remember, the eighth house is about that. But yeah, it's about taking a leap of faith. And oh, look, connections to Avalon, Isle of Avalon, healing, returning to wholeness, transformation. So yeah, there's a huge transformation going on within you, and your mum is supporting that. And unexpected gifts, kindness, karmic jewels. And I feel that might just me being pulled to give those messages there because I felt that you needed them, and I feel like they. And also, I'm being grateful because Renee is a part of the membership there. Renee actually joined the membership with barely knowing me, so I really do see you for that. And also, we've got another person, Heather, who. Heather, as I picked that up, I picked up the card that reminds me of Hotman number two. Heart of a warrior, divine protection, synchronicity. So yeah, I really am. I'm grateful to everyone, but I'm really that's a huge honor when people join the membership and they haven't even known me that long. That is so family. But yeah, so I'm going to leave that there. So like I said, the rest of the signs won't be as long as this, but the first one always is. So clearly there was a lot of energy needing cleared in Scorpio because that is what everything I do is soul retrieval and everything is deliverance and everything is well, it's not always deliverance, but really more so than not, it does feel like that. But yeah, every personal session I do is clearing that heavy energy, but every video I do is clearing some sort of heavy energy and it is soul retrieval. But if you want that more one-to-one personal, my battery's saying your Mac will sleep soon unless plugged into a power outlet. So yes, that's definitely saying to go and get my tea. So yeah, I appreciate you too and thank you. And you go and do your thing. You go and share your talent, your gifts, and it'll uplift your vibration. Or leave it until the moon goes in Aries, because that's later on tonight and tomorrow. But yes, I'm going to love yous and leave yous, and I'll see you for. Come back and join me for Leo, right? I'm going to say 8 o'clock because that's just over 2 hours from now. Because that'll be fun. Because my Venus and Aries sits in the house of Leo, and Leo's my favorite one, but it does bring a lot of drama. So, but yeah, see you later, guys, and book a session if you need one. I'll be back to work. What day's today? Yeah, I'll be back to work on Tuesday and I work Tuesday, Friday. See you later.